Cold calling is the absolute worst way to get clients for your cleaning business. Now, I know everyone out there is going to tell you it's a numbers game. Just hit the phones, man. Call 1,000 businesses. Someone is going to say yes. Now, if you like getting screamed at and hung up on all the time, by all means, go hit those phones. But I want you to first think about the psychology of it. When a business phone rings, they answer it expecting money, a new customer, someone needs the service that they actually provide. But when they pick up the phone and they realize you're just trying to get money from them, you are now at a disadvantage right out of the gate. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why that is true, and more importantly, what the better road actually looks like for you to grow this cleaning business. If you're new to me, my name is Mike Mack. I have successfully built, scaled, and sold 2 cleaning services in 2 different states. I'm now on my 3rd cleaning business in a completely new state. And I've already hit the 6-figure mark, 6-figure business that is, in 45 days. And guess what? None of that new business came from cold calling. Instead, it came from understanding something most people starting a cleaning business never figure out. And that's that the market is not set up the way that you think it is. I want you to think about every business in your city that's paying for cleaning right now. The market breaks into 3 groups, and understanding these 3 groups, well, it's going to change everything for you, and it's going to change exactly how you approach this. Now, the first group, they're never going to buy from you no matter what. Not because you're doing anything wrong. They're already locked in. They're paying for their cleaning in-house, or they've had the same company for 10 plus years, and honestly, they're not going anywhere. These people in these offices, this is not your market, and no amount of cold calling is going to change that. The second group, I'm going to talk about that in just a second, actually, because I want to go right to the 3rd group, and this is where cold outreach is going to send you. It's the 1 or 2% of your market who's ready right now to pounce on a new cleaning deal. Now, folks like this, they hate their current cleaner. They are actively shopping because they're so fed up, and they will take your call. And that sounds pretty good, right? Like, they have a problem, they're going to take my call. But the 1 to 2% almost is always shopping on price. They are not looking for the best. They are looking for cheaper or faster, or whoever called them this week. And if you win that client, you've probably won them on just price alone, which means the moment someone comes along with a lower number than you, well, you're going to lose them the exact same way that you got them. And as I like to say, if you live by the cold outreach sword, well, you're going to die by the cold outreach sword. The reality is you did not build a relationship. You won a transaction, and transactions, they don't stick around. But here's the group that you're not thinking about. The second group, the middle of the market. These are the businesses that are quietly unhappy with their current cleaning provider. The complaints are adding up. The no-shows are just getting old for them. The communication is terrible, but they have not picked up the phone to start shopping yet. And they're not necessarily going to respond to a cold call either, because they have lost confidence in our market. They think all of us are the exact same. And they think that because their last few cleaning providers, they've actually called them to get their business. So in their mind, they're like, if I give you a shot, you're going to let me down just like my current cleaning provider is letting me down, but it's just a whole lot of headache to go from you to them. But for them, that's a huge risk because they have to change providers and it's not worth it. So they end up sitting and waiting. See, this second group, now this is the perfect group to be targeting, because when the right cleaning provider does show up in their world and not hard selling anybody, they're not cold calling, they're not barging in midday, pitching cleaning services. No, actually show up and build value for them instead. Then you have this group's complete attention. This is the group where your high ticket clients live, the ones who are going to be able to afford a $5,000 per month cleaning budget, stay with you for years happily. But the thing with group 2 is they're not the ones who are shopping on price. That's the magic. They are shopping for someone they can trust, and you cannot reach them with cold outreach. You're going to reach them by building value before you ever make contact. And here's what that actually looks like. You educate them through influential direct mail. Said plainly, you get your messaging that speaks directly to their problems. Just get it in front of them. Make them feel like you understand through and through what they're dealing with. Get them to see that they're wasting money with their current cleaning provider. You show them that bad cleaning is actually costing their business. It's going to cost in your staff complaining. That bad cleaning is giving your current customers the wrong impression and ultimately could lead to their reputation being hit and being hurt. See, when you do that the right way and they read that, they're going to think the person, you, actually understands them. And because you've demonstrated that you actually understand them, well, guess what? In their mind, they're like, you could absolutely solve my problems. And that is a magical moment. That's where things shift, because you're no longer just a provider to them. them. You're the provider. And that's because where the whole market, your cleaning competition, is all doing the same stuff and you're showing up doing something very different. Well, this is how trust gets built. And it's not through a cold call. It is through value delivered first. And when they are ready to make a move, they will be. You are already the obvious choice because you are the only one who made them feel understood. That is the difference. That is the difference between chasing a client and attracting clients. Before you pick up that phone, before you walk into your first building, ask yourself, which road do you actually want to be on? Because the short-term road where you grind for whoever will say yes first and hope that they're going to stick around, or do you want to be on the road where you show up with value first? You build trust before you pitch, and you land clients who are looking for someone exactly like you. See, that is a business worth building, and it starts not with a cold call, but with the right message in front of the right person at the right time. And if you want to know exactly how to do that, I want you to click the first link in the description, have a quick chat with my team. And if you want to learn a little bit more about this whole process of getting clients and building your business, do watch this video right there. It's there for you right there. Get it out of the screen. I'll see you over there.